Hello, everyone. Today I have a reading from the Book of Heaven from volume 12. And I've been reading from volume 12 quite a bit and found some really wonderful readings in there for meditation. This one is from June 22nd of 1920. And in this particular reading, Louisa is sort of having a moment, a little bit of a selfish moment, I guess you would say. And she said, according to my usual state, praying, repairing, substituting in the name for all, for what each one is obliged to do. But while I was doing this, a thought told me, think and pray for yourself. Don't you see in what a pitiful state you have reduced yourself? Hmm. Haven't we all done that? So, why am I praying for myself? She said, I was always about to do so when my sweet Jesus, moving in my interior, and pulling me to himself, told me, my daughter, why do you want to move away from my likeness? I never thought about myself. The sanctity of my humanity was complete absence of self interest. I did nothing for myself, but I did and suffered everything for creatures. My love can be called true because it is marked by disinterest for my own self. Wherever there is interest, it cannot be said that there is a fount of truth. On the other hand, the soul with no self interest is the one who comes forward the most. And as she comes forward, the sea of my grace takes her from behind, inundating her in such a way as to make her remain completely submerged without her thinking about it. On the contrary, one who thinks about herself is last. The sea of my grace is in front of her, and she is the one who has to cross the sea by arm strokes, if she manages at all. In fact, the thought of herself will create many obstacles for her, such as to strike into her the fear of diving into my sea, and she runs the risk of remaining on the shore. I loved this reading. I don't know if it was because I particularly needed to hear it at this time, but um, yeah, I think, we all go through those times of um, being a little self-absorbed, being really just mindful of our own struggles or our own dilemmas that we have to solve. And of course, we're praying, but when we're acting in the divine will, we're acting in the will of the Trinity. We're acting in the will of Jesus. And Jesus is interested in the souls of everyone. Our acts are used, past, present, and future, as a way of making reparation, as a way of spreading the love of God throughout time and to all people. And so there's no room for selfishness. There's no room for self seeking. There's no room for really only acting for ourselves. We're acting for ourselves, we're acting in our own human will. And so Jesus is saying, yeah, sometimes maybe we are a little hesitant or not even consciously, but we don't want to dive in and, do all of our acts in the divine will. What about us? But Jesus has told us in many ways in other writings and other readings that he is always with us and he is our protector. He is our guide. He is always there for us. His love is incalculable. We can't even understand it. It's so far above us. And so we must act out in faith. We must move forward in faith. And he says, if you move forward in faith, that these acts will have great effect. So I hope this little reading was as encouraging for you as it was for me, and that you're enjoying these little snippets of readings and um, just kind of giving you a little bit of my take on them. I read them and meditate on them, and just really kind of think about myself and am I doing my acts willingly, generously, or do I hold back? Do I hesitate? When I start to pray, do I remember to pray in the divine will so that it's efficacious for everyone? or am I thinking about my own needs and asking? Gimme, 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 gimme. Um, so again, I hope you enjoy the snippets. If you do, please like it. It does help the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really love it if you would subscribe. We're going to have some special guests coming up on the channel soon, and I hope that you will join us. So God bless. Bye bye.